Good evening. Matthew chapter 6, verses 27 through 30 reads, "Which of you, by taking thought, can add 1 cubit unto his stature? And why take ye thought for raiment? Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. They toil not, neither do they spin. And yet I say unto you, that even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. Wherefore, if God so clothe the grass of the field, which today is, and tomorrow is cast into the oven, shall he not much more clothe you, O ye of little faith?" I chose this scripture to speak to the wisdom of God. And not only that, but to show a contrast in the wisdom of God and the wisdom of man. God is using the lily of the field as an example to God's wisdom, as an example to the full consideration that God has given all of God's creations, so that there's no more needed to enhance God's creation, to make it better. God is conveying that all things that are manifest in this life are at their best. They are created and have materialized at their highest form. And yet, man, all of us, have found ourselves at certain junctions in life needing to alter our own selves or even our environments, not because of the shortcomings of God in His creations, but because of the mistakes that we've made that have altered our experiences in life. You see, God is saying that the lilies of the field God created in fullness, and that even the wisdom of King Solomon cannot compare to the beauty and the fullness of that which God created the lily to embody. The clothing, the regalia, and all these material items that we accumulate and find so worthy are direct responses to the bad decisions that all of those that have come before us have made. It was never our creation to walk around with clothing on, just as it was never Adam and Eve's creation to find themselves ashamed, so much so that they hide or even think that they would be able to successfully hide from themselves and their Creator. Behind God's creations, the trees of the garden, and with God's creation, the leaves of the garden. It will be through sin that all these things will come about. God is also saying that in verse 27, which of you, by taking thought, can add 1 cubit unto his stature? In all of your wisdom, you still are humbled by the constraints that God has imposed upon all of us. In all of our wisdom, we're not ever wise enough to go beyond the constraints of our Creator. We are bound within the confines of that which has already been created. And any alteration of that which has already been created never outdoes and never surpasses that which has already been created. I just wanted to elaborate the foolishness that we at times exhibit and the humble truths that God conveys in Scripture as it is spoken to in Matthew chapter 6, verses 27 through 30. Which of you, by taking thought, can add 1 cubit unto his stature? And why take ye thought for raiment? Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. They toil not, neither do they spin. And yet I say unto you, that even Solomon in all of his glory was not arrayed like one of these. Wherefore, if God so clothe the grass of the field, which today is, and tomorrow is cast into the oven, shall he not much more clothe you, O ye of little faith? You are provided for immensely, and your worry and all of your tryings and all of your seekings to assist God in providing what you've already been given in abundance doesn't change anything. Observe what you have. Take inventory of what remains and maximize on that. You'll love more than you'll ever know. I'll never stop telling you. Be good to yourselves and be good to one another. Peace, and most importantly,